Hey folks, all right, third flight ever on the J-10A. This time I've got enough cojones to try it with the ordnance on. So I flew the F-18 a while ago with the ordnance on and didn't like the drag, but I want to, people tell me with this one, you can't tell the difference with the ordnance on or off, so we shall see. Oh, and by the way, if you just watched my maiden, you haven't watched the second flight, I didn't have the blinker light plugged in, or I had the polarity backwards. So, all right. Wind is from the west, so the wind is the right direction from the east to the wind to the west, which is great because, actually no, wind is from the east, so we gotta get some wind. I'll take off that one. Wait. Wind is from the east, so I gotta go down here and, yeah, that's right. I'm right.
Wind's from nowhere right now.
Yeah, well, what little bit of wind we got. I'm gonna go in. You always want to try to take off into the wind, land into the wind, if at all possible. High rates.
Starting the party over.
Timer 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Shake off these nerves. Let's take the dragon in the air. Here we go. Here we go, here we go. Don't have flaps, so just gotta go for it. Oh, I love the lights. Oh man. Earlier. She flies better with the ordnance on, like the A4 does. That is a beautiful plane right there.
I'll tell you, as pretty as it looks on the camera, it does not compare to actually looking up and seeing it.
Oh yeah, in real life, yeah. Oh yeah, camera pales in comparison. To real life.
Still pretty nice,
oh, yeah.
But yeah.
Alright, let's get a landing out of this bad boy.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
Got our 2-minute warning. This is where I'm very dependent on that orientation of them lights. If you don't like it, go around. If it don't feel right, go around. I didn't like my positioning because I'm having a hard time with orientation. Only because the lighting is different. It's darker now. I know, wham, 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 right? Touch and go, flap and go, really. But I'm feeling comfortable with the plane, so that's not a good thing. That's not always a good thing to feel comfortable with the plane. You want the plane to keep you on the edge. You want to be frosty. You want to kind of flat something when I hit. I think it's okay. Depends on the missiles. We got enough to take off one more time. One more quick up and down. But I'll be honest, I can't tell a difference really in the performance with or without the ordnance. So. Alright, here we go. Can't wait to fly this in SMC pack. Yep, see my KMO afterburner flashing at me, saying, land your plane. All right, I gotta get a little deeper in here. A little deeper in.
10,
That is a beautiful plane, man. I love the light. I hope this is coming out on video good.
It's pretty good.
Get that bump there. Alright, real quick, we're going to go ahead and go over our rates. Watch them inlets on top of the fuselage while we dip in. Alright, Gabe, we're going to do like we do sometimes. We're going to have our sit down.
All right.
braking. Cruise mode. Braking. Stop. Cruise mode.
All right. All right. Let's go over our rates.
Motor is so very chill.
That was the third time ever flying the plane. Third time. This time with the ordnance on. And some folks have to sit down like this. I have arthritis in my back, and I can only, you know, wah, right? I can only stand for so long. All right. Check the battery. Battery is quite warm. This is one of the reasons why I want to fly it with an SMC pack when I bring it back out. They'll fly just as long, they won't get as hot. Heat's what kills a LiPo. 19%, so it's a good thing we stopped. All right, I'm going to plug the afterburner back in because it's just so party. It is so party. And no, I haven't calibrated it. It's on all the time, but okay. All right. Real quick, while I'm thinking about it, let's look at the CG on the plane. I'm sitting down, so it's not going to be all that easy. CG is 163 millimeters back from the leading edge root. The leading edge root is always where the wing touches the fuse, the first place it touches. And the way I'm sitting, it's going with these gears. You're just going to have to trust me that CG is good. I've tried it. I've already tested it before, and that's a good CG where I have my battery. I showed you in other flights where I have my battery placement. Well, let me hold it up real quick so you can see it. You can see where I've got my battery. Basically almost kind of favoring the back half of that strap there. Got a 6-channel Spectrum receiver with a satellite up here. And this is a heavy plane, so holding it at that angle is kind of hard. Folks, I'm flying it with the recommended rates. The only thing I changed was the high rates for ailerons. High rate was set at 70. I found that to be too much, so I moved it to 65. So my high rates are now, which is what I just flew in, 65 on the aileron, which also works the canards. If you look, you see how if I want to bank this way, the front of this canard is going to dip down, and then that's going to angle down. It's going to turn the plane that way. Same thing over there. If I want to go that way, if I want to dip or bank that way, the front of this canard goes down, the back of that canard or that aileron goes up. Okay, elevator up, the front tips go up, make like a bowl effect. If I want to go down, then the front end dips down, and then those dip down the back. Makes like an upside down bowl effect. Okay, rates on elevator, 80%, 30% expo, rudder, 100%, but with 50% expo. That helps with my steering. All right, let's talk about our AS3X settings that I flew in. Obviously, I don't have flaps. The AS3X Plus settings are one-time gains. The gains are 25, 30, and 60 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Priority, 100, roll, pitch, and yaw, across the board. Nothing with heading. Stop lock at 50 on roll, pitch, and yaw. And here's where I made a change. In my release rate, roll, pitch, 60 each, yaw, 80. Okay? That gives me a nice stopping point, and I don't get that bounce whenever you stop your your servo stops. Also, one-time gain sensitivity, and don't have a nose wheel gyro set up because I'd need another channel for that. Remember, with a nose wheel gyro, you must have an open channel, a physical channel just for that. Okay, so to be aware of that. There you go. There, you only need a 6-channel receiver to operate everything the plane offers, including thrust reverse. All the mixing is done for you through the blue board, and you want to set this up as a regular wing. Now, if things are opposite and everything, you can just change that in your transmitter. Both my ailerons and my elevator were opposite. Rudder was correct. Changed them, and that was my end result. Everything works perfectly now. And I'll be honest, I see no difference in flying her, the way she performed, the way she felt in the air. I didn't really feel the drag with the ordnance on, and it looks good, so I'm probably just going to fly with the ordnance on. And that's just how it looks. And besides that, kind of protects the belly of the plane in case you have a boo-boo landing. Easier to replace the ordnance than it is the wing. But this gives me a chance to check the CG. Plane is kind of slick though. I do have a clear coat on there. And to check that CG, that the tanks are in the way. Alright, let me do it this way. Alright. I got my finger right on there, it's on the wing, and feels maybe almost perfectly level right there. Maybe starting to favor the well, see, now it's favoring the tail. But it's not like, you know, heavily dipping one way or the other. It's pretty good. Well, there you go, folks. That is the 3rd flight ever of the FREEWING 90mm J-10A Vigorous Dragon, which can be a bit of a booger bear to hold, so especially the ordnance on. But there you go. Y'all have a good, and God bless y'all. God is good. My buddy Marcel's back there. Hey, Marcel! Hey. Proof that he comes by and sees me fly. He bought a plane from me too. Don't tell his wife. Okay, y'all have a good, and God bless y'all. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.